The beginning of the year, I made a video on goal setting, and I told you about what I was going to try to achieve throughout the year. In this video, I'm going to hold myself accountable to my goals, and I'm going to tell you about my wins, my challenges, and some next steps. And can you believe that it's already 1/4 the way through 2025? So there's still obviously time to reach your goals as well as set some if you need to. So while I believe having goals is important, we have to remember that the journey is important as well. And while I was preparing for this video, I had seen something that said that the journey is more important than the goal. So I tried to do a little more deeper research on that, and I found this quote by Bruce Lee. A goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. So not a philosopher, but that quote kind of spoke to me. And while I set my goal 3 months ago, I really didn't have any idea what the world would throw at me in the course of the year. And that's okay. Like Bruce Lee's quote, the goal is something to simply strive towards. And if I get partway or halfway, well, I mean, that's not too bad either. And the journey so far in just 3 months has been pretty exciting, pretty interesting. For example, I went to Bamarama, held down in the southern part of Alabama. While I live in Alabama, for the last 10 years, I've never been to that part of Alabama. So I got to experience new places, see some new or do some new geocaches, some earth caches, and I got to see a lot of my friends along the way. So overall, not too bad. So here you're seeing a snapshot of my goals, and all the goals are on the left, and then a snapshot of where I am at the end of the first quarter for this year. So creating 2 earth caches. Initially, I was going to put down that I was researching, and I may have done that last time that I was researching. But again, to be fully accountable, I haven't done anything on creating 2 earth caches this year. So I have to put down no progress. Something for me to work on. Find and log 12 earth caches. Okay, right? I was down at Bamarama, and between Bamarama and some other things, I have been so far able to log 5 out of 12 that I wanted to earth caches, right? So I'm ahead of schedule on this one. And I'm super excited because for the second quarter, it includes Geo Woodstock, and I've already started doing my planning. So I fully intend that I'll be able to crush this one within the second quarter. Reaching 250 subscribers. All right, so I was at 60 something. Now I'm at 87. So that's a 33% increase. I really need to reach my goal of 250, I really need to hit about 50 every quarter. So while I have a 33% increase, it's not enough to get me where I would want to be, or where I should be at, but that's okay. I value every single one of my subscribers, and that's simply one metric. And I did grow by 33%. That's not too bad. So teach at one major event. I've modified this one just a bit. 3 months ago, it was teach at a mega. And I modified it because, like Bamarama, not a mega this year, although it has been in the past. And I'm slated to teach at Geo Woodstock. So that's a giga, not a mega. So teaching, I simply switched it from teaching at one mega to teaching at one major event. And Bamarama, to me, beats that criteria. Then I've got Geo Woodstock in the second quarter, and I'm scheduled to go up to Canada to teach at Fall Fest 2025. So we'll see if I'm able to crush that one. But I've already met the goal, right? As you can see. So, one major event this year, I've already done it. Teaching once per quarter. Okay. I taught at Bamarama. And so sometimes my goals could fit more than one category. At the same time, I was scheduled to teach in Birmingham, Alabama earlier this month. That didn't happen. That's okay. We had bad weather, but I am scheduled to teach 3 times in the second quarter. So not too bad. Film a review in 8 different states. I was able to get Alabama and Georgia. Those are really easy because I basically live at the intersection on the border of Alabama and Georgia. This will be a difficult goal for me to reach simply because any state from where I live is about 4 hours away. Not impossible, but it's 4 hours away. But we have Geo Woodstock coming up, and so that's an opportunity for me to get ahead or potentially exceed or meet this goal. We'll see. Right, 2 articles. Okay, so on this one, I actually did reach out to FTF Magazine and asked if they were interested in any kind of Earth cache material. They said they were, so I am actively working on an article now. So there we go. Recruiting 5 cachers for Project 100. So during the quarter, I have recruited 7 folks that want to write their first Earth cache. So I have met that quarterly goal. Not too bad. Wins already this quarter. I've already had a few. I've found and logged Earth caches is ahead of schedule. I have taught at a major event. I have filmed at 2 states, and I recruited over 5 geocachers that want to create their first Earth cache. So again, not too shabby. Challenges. By the end of the second quarter, I should want to have an Earth cache, my own Earth cache published. Again, this is going to be one of my tougher ones because I spend a lot of time on videos, and so that gives me less time to do Earth caches or create an Earth cache. So this one is going to be a tough one tough nut to crack. We'll see. I would like to have had my complete article written for FTF Magazine. Shouldn't be too hard, but again, I've got to be able to carve out time in order to make that happen. And I'm scheduled to speak at Geo Woodstock as well as 3 different other locations here in the South. So I'm making good on those goals. Next steps are that I need to continue my momentum in some areas, right? Again, the Earth cache piece I need to go ahead and keep up. The recruitment piece I need to keep up. And then I do need to reassess already and determine my way forward with some of my other goals. So the Earth caches that I plan to write, making sure I get my articles into FTF Magazine in a timely manner, and I need to figure out how to reach more subscribers. So we'll see how the second quarter goes. And of course, I could still use your help on some of my goals, right? I'm down on my subscriber count. So if you appreciate this content, go ahead and hit like. And if you haven't already subscribed, become a subscriber. If you are a subscriber, go tell a friend. Perhaps you're part of a group or association that might be interested in learning about how to write Earth caches. Happy to do so remotely. The first time I'm going to try that is actually coming up in a month or so. So that should be an interesting experience that I'm totally looking forward to. Or maybe you are interested in writing your first Earth cache. That's the whole reason why I started this channel. So feel free to reach out, or if you know somebody that is interested in writing an Earth cache but doesn't know where to start, they can start with me. So enough about my goals. Now I'm also interested in knowing about your goals and how I can support them. So in the comments, feel free to put down the goals that you're working on and how you're coming up. Are you meeting your goals, or are you having some challenges? Do you need some help? Do you need help being accountable on those? Let me know, and I'm happy to help you if and how I can. And with that, I will post another video on how the second quarter all ended up in 3 months. Take care.